Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, victorious ones. It's crazy because I know I dropped the word earlier today, but God really put it in my spirit to come on here and speak to the hearts of his victorious ones. So I'm going to do it out of my spirit, the spirit that God has put within me to be able to speak to your heart today. It's somebody out here that must need to hear a word of encouragement, to build their strength up, to endure whatever test and trial they're going through. Because God said, press play, daughter, and get on there and speak to the hearts of his victorious ones. Mind you, y'all, I haven't even ate, but I'm so full. I haven't ate any spiritual food today. I drank some coffee this morning, but I'm so full. You asking, what you full from, Coach Monica, if you ain't no food? Spiritual food. Never knew what that meant when you hear pastors or anybody that's speaking about God. But when you start really walking how God commands you to, mine's for the callings and the purposes of the victorious ones, now I understand it. Yeah. He'll fill you with so much of his peace, so much of his joy, in spite of anything that may be going on in even my personal life. He said, push all that aside, because I already got that handled. I need you to focus on the task at hand. So that's what God's telling you too. He said he needs you to focus on the task at hand, building you up to be stronger. Yeah, we got to stop looking backwards is what God said. He said it's time to stop looking backwards and start embodying or enfolding the new us. And he talking about me too, y'all. Because I'm in this transformation right with y'all. Right with y'all. The things that I wanted to be comfortable, God made it to where it was uncomfortable. That's like my coach and my mentor, Latoya, spoke on this. And it's going to resonate with y'all. If you know about a bird's nest, the mama started taking her feathers out to make it uncomfortable for them. That's what God be doing. He be taking that uncomfortable out the more we grow within him. Because he be like, it's time to fly, daughter. It's time to fly, king and son. It's time to fly. It's time to stop being scared. Yes, we may start flying a little stumbly. But then God going to give us those big old wings. And we're going to be able to glide, y'all. We're going to be able to glide. We're not going to be troubled by our past. We're not going to be troubled by circumstances that we tend to be troubled with because of our flesh. But the only way we're going to be able to fly and glide how God needs us to do is to keep moving forward. Not being stuck. Not living all stressed out and worry. And I'm going to be even really transparent with y'all. There's some things I've been praying about in my personal life. Some things that I don't have control over. But God is teaching me through that thing. And I know that's what he's doing. Because he don't remove certain situations out of our life because he needs us to grow through them. And I never knew that either. Because sometimes we'll run from certain situations that are of God now. The stuff he put in place. And God be like, no. You're not going to run because you're going to face your fears. You're going to understand your voice. You're going to understand the power I put within you. You're going to understand the power of prayer and a real relationship with me. And I'm talking about me, but let it resonate with your spirit because I'm talking to you. Just using me as an example. God said you're not going to run from your brokenness by running to that stuff that hurt you. That's that message I did this morning. That's what a lot of us tend to used to do, or we're doing now. If we're not careful and looking to transform God way. And we steady be blaming God, being mad at God. And God be like, you mad at the wrong person. Yes, he may be taking them feathers out the nest. Taking certain people out the nest. Certain situations and removing you from certain situations out the nest. Because he's training us. He training us. All this is training for our future. Training don't come through the same thing. Think about it. When we learned to drive, we had to repeatedly get behind the wheel of the car and understand the different things, what they mean, the speed limit, So that's what God be doing. He said, just like we see the speed limit, the stop sign, the stop signs, all those signs is a representation. Put your spiritual eyes on this one. The spiritual signs that God be giving us to stop, slow down, no U-turn. God give us signs just like we see the signs that we see when we driving. Today, he gave me a clear sign to slow down. And I knew that's what he was doing when I seen it, because it was so clear, y'all. Just slow down. I said, okay. He said, slow down. And I know he need me to slow down, y'all, because he need me to focus on the importance of what he need me to focus on in the world for my life, I'm going to say. When I'm raising my 4 young men, I can't be so chaotic in my brain and be the best Monica, to be the best mother, to be the best example, the best leader of our household. That's the same for you too. We cannot be so distracted. And yes, we need to take accountability and reflection of ourselves and say, what people, what things is distracting me? It's time to take them scissors. Where my scissors at? I'm gonna turn. Where my scissors at? I use my hands this morning, but I got some scissors right here. I'm gonna show you the scissors. God said, cut it out. I ain't gonna cut my hair, y'all. He said, cut it. Don't play with it. Take the scissors, cut it, and think about it. Once you cut it, it's gone. It's gone. So that's what God needs us to do. To repair our hearts, to heal our hearts, to heal our minds, to heal our spirits. Cut off the distractions. If he's telling you don't watch as much TV, and it may not be easy at first, don't watch as much TV. Start listening and watching things that's going to build your soul up. Cause when I tell you that's what God did for me 2 years ago, y'all. When I literally stopped watching TV as much, just listen to me. I'm not telling you what to do, but listen to what God had to do for me. Now I see why. He was building my endurance, building my inner strength to be able to hear him more clearly, for one. When you watching some things on TV, y'all, that stuff is not building you up. Instead, it's tearing you down. That's the same thing when you around people. I'm about to say it. That is not glorifying God. That ain't talking about God. That ain't talking about future stuff. But that gossiping, that stuff is not of what you need to be around. That's them stop signs that's in your life. That's like having a red light that ain't changing. It ain't changing because God telling you that's the problem. It ain't the sign that's the problem. The sign ain't changing. God said you the problem. You're not changing your environment. You're not changing your mindset to understand it's necessary to change your mind, to change your inside first, to see the outside changing. And y'all, it is not easy. That's why this right here is not popular of the world. But be okay with that, because your life is something we need to stop taking one for granted. We need to stop taking our life for granted. God had me pause on that one. We be taking our life for granted and be sad and mad. Hey, God, it's just, God, like, it's still like that because I keep giving you the signs of what to do. And it's a personal decision to choose to take the action to make our life better. God not going to make us do nothing. Come on now. God is not going to make us do anything. It's a choice. It's a choice. We got to stop blaming God and start glorifying God, because God is amazing. And I can say that right now with everything in me, in spite of anything that's trying to come against my life. I say that because I do have to reflect back on the things God helped deliver me from. Situations only God could have delivered me from. Not the world. Only God. Y'all, we owe it to God. to really start living for him, not living for the world. That's where a victorious lifestyle come in at. The victorious ones. We're victorious ones for God. We're not a victorious ones for the world. Hello. You gonna stand apart for the world. They ain't gonna like you. I said what I said because I'm definitely experiencing that right now. They're not gonna like you. And you gonna question, is it me? God gonna show you the signs that it's not you. They didn't like God either. So when you living for God, and when I say with me, a kingdom ambassador and working for God, I best to know. I had a whole conversation in the car with my 4 young men. Whole conversation. I let them know, listen, we the face of God. We're not the face of the world. We're not here to please people. Because when it come down to it, we gonna go to heaven or hell. That's what my pastor preached on today. Hell is real. Just like this video is real and y'all see my face and hear my voice and everything, hell is real. Come on now. We like to talk about the streets of gold and all them nice pretty mansions God gonna have for us. But are we preparing ourselves to be able to go to heaven and God say, well done? Come on, I'm talking about me too. That's why I'm going to keep pushing how God need me to push. I don't care how nobody feel. Because he done been too good to me. And I'm not going to cry right now. Y'all see my eyelashes when they black and fast. He done been too good to me. Too good. Too good. Too good. And that was the sermon today in church. Grace. Grace is the things we don't deserve, but God has given it to us. And I believe that's the testimony of my life when I go back to thinking. Grace. God graced my life for the purposes behind my life. But before I could even walk into purpose, I had to look at all those things that he was gracing me from. Protecting me from relationships and people that could have done something harm unto me. He protected me. Not my parents, but God. Not my sons, but God. Not your coach Monica, but God. He protects us every day, y'all. When we drive in the cars, when we just sitting right now in our home, we are protected. That's something to be grateful for in itself. So since God has graced me to overcome those obstacles of my past, I'm not going back. That old Monica is gone. So I'm going to walk into the newness by digging into what God need me to dig into. I'm talking about them roots. Them pretty flowers we see, it's because them roots are stable underneath. And that's what God is doing right now for all of us. It just don't happen overnight. It happens through the watering of our soul, of the things God needs us to water. But to water the roots, the good roots, you got to undig that other stuff first. That's where that hurt the heel come in at. Because you got to what, y'all? I'm picking up the scissors again. Cut the people off who you love to love. But God, like, you love to love these people. But have you even loved you? Come on. You start forgetting even what you look like. I'm talking about when you look in the mirror, you don't even recognize yourself. I done been there. Didn't recognize how my smile anymore. Didn't recognize my laugh anymore. Y'all honestly forgot I had this laugh and this smile. Look at God. He making me laugh and smile even as that come out my mouth. I forgot I even had this laugh and this smile. Probably prior to my healing, it's been 7 years since I'm where I'm at now. So I had lost it and didn't remember. I probably haven't had this since I was a child. My laugh and my smile. And I'm not blaming nobody for that. That was just part of my story. But I'm so grateful God has restored back everything I lost. I ain't blaming the devil. God has given me and restored back everything I lost through my decisions and my transgressions and my shortcomings of living all sinful. I said it. I'm saying it. I'm talking about me. It ain't no more of that being shameful of y'all past. Yes, people gonna talk. Let them talk. But then also let them see. And it ain't for you to even worry about them seeing. You work on you right now. And God gonna turn all that chatter, and they can still do it, into victory over your life. Listen to what I'm telling you. Don't worry about their validation. Don't worry about their approval. Don't worry about their chatter. So what? Yeah, that used to be me. But look at God now. What about your past? Not that it matters. Y'all just follow my lead. Everybody got a past. Everybody got a story. That's what he preached on today, the casting the first stone. Couldn't nobody cast no stones because everybody got sin they didn't live in. Hello. So stop worrying about people, worrying about your past. That was my thing, that red light that was stopping me from my purpose. I was talking to God before I started my YouTube channel. I said, God, what if this, what if that? God said, I wish a devil would. God said to me, I wish a devil would. And he kept proving to me why. Wish a devil would. I said it. We don't need to fear the enemy when you really living and working for God. And you notice I said when you're intentionally trying. When God has graced your life for the purpose that he has given it to you for. Never knew, y'all. Never knew. Never knew. I even questioned when I first found out I had triplets. God, I used to question him a lot on this, y'all. God, why did you give me 3 babies and I just had 1? Mind you, my oldest was about to just turn 2. Never knew the answer to that stuff. And still might not all the way know the full. I said, God, I just had. I asked him that. But God ain't had them be without. When I tell you, when they were born in triplets, y'all, they had everything. Everything. Including their health. Mind you, I didn't go to the doctor with the triplets when I was pregnant with them. Not one day. Didn't know there was 3 babies in me, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that wasn't God. And they walk around here thriving. They are taller than me, y'all. That's God. My reminder to keep going. When I don't have nobody else to have my back, I know I got God and I know I got my tribe. My boys. And that's all I need. And that's all you need too. Is God and whom he's called to be connected to you. Even if right now it's God, you, and the victorious ones. Let that be what you need because you know it's not toxic. You know that it ain't killing your spirit. You know that it ain't killing your joy or your love. Yeah. We can't be out here trying to buy people love. Buy people compassion. God had already paid the price for all of that. So we need to stop looking for all the love, all the peace, all the compassion from all the wrong type of people. I said it. Stop feeling like you have to have people or relationship. If you don't have a relationship with God, you don't have nothing. And on the surface, you may feel like you do. I'm in love. But in the inside, do you really have love? If that person were to leave, come on now. That's when I start feeling the real truth. When God say, listen, now what you gonna do? I done revealed to you how these people are. Certain people, this not for you. That's not your assignment. You keep running from me. So I'm gonna make this thing hurt how I needed to hurt to make you heal. So that was my choice. I could have did what as God had made it hurt for the purpose of him to help me heal. Or I could have kept hurting and could have lead myself to a different path. So that's what God is asking you. Which path is you gonna take? Which path? It ain't God doing this. It's us. Our decisions. Yes, we are victorious for the kingdom of God. But are we really seeking to live victorious for God? I'm talking about after you get off this video and somebody calling your phone and that's somebody you don't need to talk to. They ain't filling your spirit up with talking about God, goodness, building you up. We are or we become the people we closest to. I said it. No matter who it is. Love All people. But it's very important you love God the closest, so you can learn to love yourself. Never knew what it was like to honestly love myself. Never knew. Loving everybody else and everything else. But I wasn't loving God, because I was loving the world more than I was loving God. This real life talk right here. Complaining about my life situations to everybody but God. Running from God as he kept on knocking, seeking me, bringing people to speak into my life. Mind you, all this happened before the victorious ones. I didn't know what they were talking about, y'all. People do speak into who's called to speak into your life about certain areas before it comes. I started thinking back. God was connecting the dots before I got the pen. Y'all, I'm so extra today, I'm grabbing the pen. Before I grabbed the pen and started really using, the pen is the action to connect the dots. Come on now. The pen is the action that God needs you and me to continue to take to connect the dots. The dots ain't going to connect without you taking the pen out. The pen, your actions, our actions, to see them connect. Y'all see how like when I'm even a connect the dot thing, right? It got numbers. So it's directed. That's what God do. He ain't going to give us the next step until we take the pen, right? To draw it out. You don't see the picture. Y'all know how they got the connect the dot pictures and they got the pictures, but you can't see it sometimes because there's a lot of connect the dots. But you got to take the action of that pen and draw it out. But God already got the big picture mapped out for us. And it's going to look different for all of us. Think about a big book full of those puzzles. Each page going to have a different name. Miss Rhonda, it's a page in there for you. Gavin, it's a page in there for you. Miss Karen, it's a page in there for you. So you got to take your pen out for your bigger picture to connect the dots that God has for your life. Hello. We have to stop making excuses, y'all. Blaming people. Yeah, they hurt us. But we going to love them anyway. Hello. We going to love them how God help us love them. Because that's God that be helping us love them people that hurt us. I said it. It's God. But that's why we have to get with him to help restore us on a daily, y'all. Daily renewal. Because he know we flesh. He know. But he fills us with his spirit. He fills us with his peace. He fills us with his peace and joy and happiness. Not the ways of the world. That's that superficial feeling. I said it. Fake feeling. Fake. And when it's fake, it don't fill the void. The void still be there. So you keep running back to the fake. When God is the real, that's really going to pour in that joy, peace, and happiness upon your soul, upon your heart. Restoration all over your life. God. I said it. Not the world. There is a difference between religion and relationship. There's a difference. And everybody don't recognize that teaching or understand it because they may not have seeked it like you. You seeking something, so God is showing it to you. That's like the time in my life about 3 years ago. I was seeking something, but I was running to the wrong things. And God got tired of that. He said, listen, he gave me an ultimatum. I'm going to be real with y'all. He said, this the time. I done gave you too many signs, too many chances. Not about me. I literally felt it in my soul. He said, this time I get you out of this, you better live for me. Didn't know the living for him meant working for him too. But that's all of us. He needs us all to be servants for him. Once he has delivered us out of certain things. Yeah. So y'all be encouraged on today. God really just told me to come on here and talk to y'all again. Yeah, the second message of the day. I'm so spiritually fed, so I said, hey, I'm going to do what you need me to do, God. Because he got a plan and a purpose for us. But we need to take the pen, once again, put my pen up again, y'all, and connect the dots. Instead of just looking at the page, like, I wonder what this look like. God said, stop wondering and just do it. That's what he's saying to you. Stop wondering and just do it. And you never know what the plan is, because we don't be seeking the master artist that made the plan, the blueprint. We be seeking the world for validation, asking the world, what you think I should do? What you think I should be? Get with God and he gonna uncover your gifts and your talents. Never knew he would use my voice. Mind you, when I was younger, shy, introverted, didn't feel like I could talk in front of people. But look at God. He said, girl, please. That's what the world wanted you to feel like. But I need you to go through the things you went through to uncover and bury who I called you to be. And that's what God's telling you too. He called y'all to be victorious ones for God. That's why he gave me the name to this group, y'all. The name of this group didn't just come out of me, out of my flesh. God told me the name to this group. He told me. And I prayed to him and I said, God, okay, you give me the name, what I need to do. He said, take action, pray. And then something my pastor talking about today, and it's crazy because I said it on our video earlier today. Confirmation all over the place. He said, your job, Monica, is not to fix people. Your job is to do what I called you to do through the messages that I have given you. And it's y'all job as his victorious one to take the action. That's what God said. And it's crazy because my pastor spoke the same thing. And I said the same thing this morning on this morning message. I said, God, you bad. And I know that to be true even with my life. He was seeing when I was in my season of restoration and repairment and still becoming. These people, my mentors, couldn't make me do this stuff. I had to pray and ask God to give me the strength and the direction of the things he needed me to do. And still have to, y'all. With raising 4 young men, God directs and tell me how to talk to them. You hear me? Because you can't talk down on them. That dictatorish. You got to direct them. Come on. That's what my goal is. I'm not here to dictate over y'all. I talk to y'all mean. I'm coming from a place of love. I promise y'all that. I promise y'all that. I promise y'all that. And sometimes when I play back some of my videos, because I listen to them, I be like, God, that sound a little harsh. God said, stop worrying about that. Don't you change up how you talk. Yes, he's refining my skills on this journey. But God said, no. You talk the way you talk because of the pain you have endured. You talk, he talking about me, the way you talk because you coming from a place of intentionality for their life. And those of you that can feel it or understand what the place I'm coming from, and you keep coming back growing, you're going to start getting a stronger root system underground. And then you're going to start seeing those things that you've been manifesting and praying to God about coming to pass. Because that's what happened for me and still happening. Everybody not willing to do this root work, but you be willing to do it. Because you seeking a change for your life. But a change don't come about until we do the change, do the different. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a new result. God, like, the new result is you doing what? Y'all already know. Pick your pen up and connecting the dots that I had given you. So y'all pick y'all pen up and start allowing God to help direct your path. He gonna direct your path. He gonna direct you to places you need to go. He gonna start bringing people to speak into you, and you gonna probably be like me, like, God, what is this? I said it. They're gonna start telling you stuff about your future, and you gonna be kind of confused, but you're not gonna be confused because you know you can feel it. It's God, but it's confirmation. It's like he's shedding the old you to make you that new person. Come on. A diamond don't look like no diamond when it's in the ground, in the dirt. But when it come out and get refined, when it come out the ground and it get refined, it's priceless, ain't it? Don't nobody want that diamond that look dirty. They want the pretty one, right? So to get to be the pretty diamond, we got to go through this process. And I'm right with y'all. I'm in this process with y'all. I'm in this process. I'm speaking to y'all heart as much as I'm speaking to mine right now. And God also put this in my spirit. That's another reason I came on this live. He put it in my spirit. He said for me to open up the SisterHood Circle. So for the next 2 sessions for this month, it's 2 sessions left. It's one tonight and it's one gonna be next week. Next week, Sunday at 5. So tonight at 5 and next week at 5, we have a SisterHood Zoom. And what that is, it's going to be a connection of like-minded ladies that's looking to grow, learn, or even get more connected with even the victorious ones or me as a life coach. Y'all will be able to talk to me. And it's going to be free of charge. I'm doing what God put on my heart to do. So I'm going to put the link to that Zoom in my Facebook community and also over there on YouTube. So y'all share this information with any lady that y'all may know. Y'all send the information to them. You got their phone number, put it in a group chat and say, listen, get in the Zoom if y'all are led to do it, is what I'm going to say. Because we need to have that room full of ladies. It ain't just to be there. That room need to be full of ladies looking to build, grow, connect. Come on, you go to these other places, I'm about to say it, and it's full, but it ain't building nothing up. The worldly ways. We need to be building up these rooms for God so we can stay connected and give each other insight on what to do. So I'm going to put the link, like I said, in the Facebook community and on my YouTube channel. I want y'all to join that Zoom. And I don't want to hear no excuses in my Coach Monica voice, y'all. If you got a cell phone, you can join the Zoom. You don't have to have no computer or no laptop. So if you're not doing nothing at 5 or if you're available at 5, I want y'all to join us this week, which is today, and also join us next week. It's going to be free of charge. God allowed me to be able to pay for that Zoom because I had to pay an extra membership upgrade. So God say, take advantage of it. I'm going to take advantage of it with God. So y'all take advantage of the free. Come on. You can't ask for better. He giving you free knowledge to grow you up into what you calling him and seeking him to do for your life. So I'm going to put the link in the comments to here and also on the YouTube channel. Those of you on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. Thank y'all for sharing the video. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for commenting. Thank y'all for helping the vision that God has entrusted me with to grow. Because this vision couldn't happen without y'all. This vision definitely couldn't take part without God giving it to me to take action. So y'all take the action and get in that Zoom today, the SisterHood Circle, today at 5 o'clock. Y'all be blessed now. I love y'all.